Cam Akers obviously goes down with the rupture. How does that hit? You've been in the room with him. You guys have got this kind of 1-2 punch going. Just tell me about that when you see that injury.
It's one of those things you see when your guys go down. You never want to see that. So definitely one of those things where we're praying for him and hoping everything's okay with him. But definitely it's not something that we would love to see at all. We have a depth in the running back room, so we all make sure that we are stepping up to do our part to make sure we lean on one another, just like we have been. So, definitely just sending prayers for him.
And do you look at it like I got to do that much more now, or how do you approach it?
Just understanding, in general as a team that we have to all just continue to step our game up when we're in games like this and we're in a tough season like this. We just all, week in and week out, we want to make sure we continue to step our game up.
Did it surprise you how much command Josh had for how much time he was here with this team?
I want to say it's surprising, but then again, it's not really surprising. Once you get to know him and you get to know the person he is and you get to know the preparation that he puts in, the time that he puts in to be prepared, it definitely makes sense. So for him to go out there and have a game that he had and contribute and take control like he did, was awesome to see.
When you look back at it, just how much fun was that? I mean, just when you consider all of a sudden you have all these guys getting hurt, you guys just keep coming back and coming back.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was a really fun game, and just can't wait for us to continue to have more fun out there together. I think that's going to be one of our keys to just continuing to stack some of these wins together, is having fun and playing as a family, playing as this locker room is special. So playing as a team, playing as a family is going to be special for us.
You get to catch a touchdown too, Alexander. What was that like to be, because you never know how this offense is going to evolve.
It felt good. I felt good to touch the paint. Felt good to get in the end zone. Got to make sure I continue to do what I can to put some points on the board and help us go out there. As an offense, we want to make sure we're trying to score every time we get down there. So for us to get down there and get points on the board, it's big.
It had to be one of the most unique, if not craziest, situations of a game, though, that you've ever been in.
It was definitely one of those games. After coming back from down 33, it feels like there's nothing that can top that. But this game was right there with it. Just the feel of it, the situation, how it played out, the guys that we had on the field due to the injuries and everything. Definitely was one of those games, and it was a special feeling for us to come out with the win.
We've had a couple of wild ones with the Saints as well. They're the next team up. I mean, just what you always come to expect now when facing them. You had a lot of respect for the team on the other side of the ball. We have to make sure we go in, look at tape, and diagnose, what they're coming in with. But definitely just, put a lot of respect on every opponent that we have. But, we demand the same respect as well. So just going into it, I'm excited for another opportunity for us to come together, play together, and go out there and have a chance to continue to build some momentum.
And talk about respect, you got a quarterback that can run too, right? Kind of, you appreciate that, and that changes the complexion a little bit of what you guys do.
Yeah. He was able to use his legs and extend some plays and make some throws, and that's something that's going to add some dynamic to our offense. It's going to be something that other defenses have to respect. So, just excited to get him rolling, get him in the system, get him confident in the system, and just continue to grow and build some chemistry together.
Have you ever been an emergency quarterback before, ever in your life? Would you ever be in that situation?
I don't know if they'd put me in that situation.
Have you ever been in the past?
I have.
Oh,
Growing
yeah.
up, I was a backup quarterback, and I also in college there was some Wildcat packages, but yeah, I'm not sure who's our emergency quarterback. It'd probably be JJ when he comes back. He has an arm on him, but it's if anything, look, I'll get the job done, but hopefully we don't even have to get to that point.
Emergency to the emergency to the emergency.
Yeah.
Alex, why do you think, the way things went yesterday, it's very easy. Things could have just collapsed and gone off the rails. Why do you think it didn't?
Our defense is playing lights out. That's one thing for sure that we have to acknowledge. And then we banded together. On offense, we corrected what we needed to correct so that we could put ourselves in a position to go down and put points on the board. Greg was lights out, making all his field goals. It was one of those things where we played a full complementary game of football. There was things that didn't go our way, and we just continued to bounce back as a team and play good on all three phases to
come together at the end and get the victory.
What was it like on the sideline? So Jaron got hurt on third downs, like field goal, and a little bit of time there. What was it like on the sideline as you guys were kind of regrouping and realizing that Josh was going to be coming in?
It was a moment where we just had to kind of, understand what's happening. No, I don't think anyone really recognized it in the moment, like right away, until, you kind of see the tent go up and things go that way. And then you just understand, you have to get behind him. You have to lean on him, support him, and let him know, we're here for you. And, it's one of those things, he came in, 4 or 5 days before, and he was expected to come out there and get the job done, and he did. So it was amazing to see that out of him, and gave us the utmost confidence in him.
Did you have a serious conversation with him prior to that? Like, I know it's 4 or 5 days and you're busy and he's busy. Like, did you even know him before?
Just a little bit. I got to talk to him before walkthroughs, and never like a serious, build a chemistry moment where, like, on the field chemistry, but just get to know him, ask him where his hometown is and things like that. But just got to know him a little bit, and we were able to build a little more chemistry on the field. But he's an awesome guy, awesome person, and awesome teammate already.
I was going to ask that. Did you share a huddle with him at all, even in practice before that moment?
No. Yeah, it's hard for me to remember. I'm like, no, I don't think he took any of the practice reps up until that game day.
That's what we heard. It's just remarkable. Adds
Yeah.
obviously to it.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is dumb, but why didn't anybody jump off sides in that game? I assume Quesenberry saying you hadn't heard his cadence before.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't that happen?
Everyone was locked in. I think, handling the noise was something that we emphasized throughout the week. And then, he has a very smooth cadence to him, so it's not too much of a change up. But when you play with the quarterback for a long time, you have to get used to the other quarterback's cadence. And then when you get used to that quarterback's cadence, and now it's a fresh one, you have to definitely regroup. But I think it was seamless, and I'm glad that it was, because I didn't really even notice that until you mentioned it.
You talk about the 30-point rally that you guys had to do a season ago, and then this craziness. But KO seems to be that's the common denominator there about keeping you guys calm. How important was that, or is it, because there was different teammates from that last team. So what is the common denominator for that?
Just the way that we built this culture, the way that we go through this process, and we trust in one another, we trust in him, and the culture that he's built here, the culture that we've built in this locker room. As an organization, from top to bottom, I think it's just a part of the culture that we've built, and leaning on that in tough times, leaning on that in moments where you could easily give up, or moments where you can easily, throw in the towel, whatever it might be. We lean on that, and it worked out for us in the end.
People use the word culture a lot. What does it mean in this context? Like, how does it actually impact what you guys were doing?
It's what it is at its core. It's something that you fall back on, the discipline, the fundamentals, the bond that you've created throughout off season, the staple points that we talk about, being all about the ball, fundamentally sound, being situational masters, always attacking. There's these things that we have talked about since day one that we've established at our core, and when the going gets rough, we can fall back on that stuff, fall back on those details, and trust in one another, and that's when we can play our best football.
Alex, I'm just curious, on your 47-yard reception, were you the primary there? Were you surprised to get what looked like a whole shot, maybe a busted coverage?
I don't know how much I can give out of that, but definitely was, it was a read.
Okay.
The corner didn't respect me, and I don't know if their defense respected me being out there. It just happens. Defenses, they see a running back out there, and he's not getting the ball. And I looked back, and he threw it up to me. So it was a great play by Jaron, and great throw.
Notable play.
Were you surprised he passed you off? It looked like they only had single safety right in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw it, it was one of those things where I kind of ran past him. I was like, I hope he doesn't hit TJ, because I thought he might have been throwing it to TJ to convert. And I looked back, and the ball was in the air. So that's when I kind of saw the safety in my peripheral and knew that he wasn't close enough to make a hit or anything, disrupt the ball. So just trusted in Jaron and went out, grabbed it.